Welcome to a new series here on the channel. We're going to be playing Wildermyth. It is a story-heavy, turn-based tactics game. There's lots of random events, story events that happen in the game that make every single playthrough unique. So we're going to see where our one takes us. I've seen a little bit of somebody else play this. I haven't played it myself before. So this is mostly going to be blind. There are a few little things that I know about it, but not much. So let's get in and let's go for a new story. Age of Ulstrix, a 3-chapter story that is geared towards new players face off against the implacable Gorgon leader Ulstrix. Okay, so let's start with that. So you can see there are various campaigns that we're going to do over time. And my plan is to, as long as people are enjoying it, to play through as many as possible on this. And maybe as we get better at the game, if there is, I don't know if there is a difficulty setting or not, but if there is, we'll probably adjust the difficulty setting upwards rather than downwards. Right, so let's hit that. Okay, so difficulty, adventurer, storyteller, tragic hero, walking lunch, custom. So we're going to start off with adventure, and then if the first one is fairly doable, then we'll pop up to the next level, and then again, if that's manageable, we'll go to the next level. I think that's fair enough to do. So we're not going to do any mods. At some point I may have a look into mods, and if people have advice about what are some good mods to use, I can put those on for maybe another playthrough or something like that. But for now, we're going to stick where we are. Let's hit next. Okay, so party select. We have a future warrior, a future hunter, and a future mystic. That's one of each. Now, with the heroes, they are customizable. So if people have names that they want to add in, or if you have a build that you want me to do as well for future heroes that we recruit, we can do that as well, because over time we will be gathering more recruits, kind of XCOM style, where you start with a basic squad to start, and then you add people in, and over time you kind of mix and match what you need for each mission. But unlike XCOM, we can actually split our people up and send them to different places so that we can be kind of doing, different things at the same time, which is nice. But for now, I think I'm going to stick with these guys, but they may be renamed in the future. So we'll start with what they are there. And again, any kind of... The only thing I'm actually going to do is, once we get in, I'm going to customize them so that the colors all look very similar. So I want to make them a little bit more distinct from each other. So we have a romantic goofball, a decisive hothead, and a bookish goofball. So I'd imagine Yuka will be driven crazy by the other two. Let's start there. Takes just a bit of time to put all this together. Get ready. Okay. So the map as well is procedurally generated, I believe. This book. There's room in it for another story. It's cold. I'm stuck here. I can make my death sound really ridiculous. Alright. Then I should at least start it serious. Here in our yondering country, something in the woods is very strange. Bothered only by aching legs, a young man named Elnick takes the seasonal road to the town of Hardyboon. how long would they believe me if I pretend I lost my voice? I bet I could get her going. Maybe not Mord Bera. Breeze is light that day. Birds are timid. In fact, the whole world is taking a breath, ready to leap in the sea. I'm there already, huh? Here's the hard part. Getting Yuka out of her house in a timely fashion. She'll have something ready to argue about that'll take all morning, and... That's... smoke? Fluttering flames roost among the far-off rooftops. Elmnick hurries towards town, thinking of Yuka, the young woman who he's known since boyhood. Okay, so... Oh, we can pick these, okay. Watch me worry and she's fine. Rivalry. Looks like she's starting fires again. I don't think... I'm going to rule out romance to start. And for these as well, if people have characters, I'll let me know whether you want your character to have rivalries or romances or friendships or whatever. You know, as long as you tell me, then I can try my best to keep towards that, but no promises. Right, so I'm going to rule out romance. So it's between rivalry and friendship. I think it's probably is a friendship between them. So we're going to do that. Let's go with friendship. Looks like she's starting fires again. Is it me, or did these seem to be backwards? Like, I would have thought that rivalry would be, looks like she's starting fires again, and friendship would be, I'm worried about her, but maybe she's fine. Let's go friendship anyway. Yuka? Tell me it wasn't you this time. Okay, so setting up the board. Okay, hero has an action left. Okay, so it's kind of very similar to XCOM movement where you've got two colors of movement. Okay, so let's move it to there and keep a little bit away from the fire in case it spreads. Okay, WSD to move the camera. Well, looks like we're going towards the door, so let's do that. Let's go here. Let's open the door. Her house is still standing, at least. Yuka, you're not all burned up, are you? Doesn't know. Why is no one... Hey, do you not smell the... I smell the smoke. Get inside. Your bow? Yeah. There's things in the street. You didn't see any? Like monsters? I don't know. I've got one trapped behind... Grrr. Behind the house. Staying in here isn't really an option. Right, so... Here, I've got some tools around. You're stronger than I am. You can swing something pretty good. I bet we can at least drive it off. Okay, so what would he use? He's a bit of a goofball, so maybe the frying pan would be an idea, but I think at this point I'm kind of going maybe pitchfork, but I think we'll let the goofball out for the moment and just go with frying pan. Can be killed, right? Just be ready when you open that door. There's a row, okay. Who's thrown sloppily around beneath it? It runs, staggering, bellowing its agony. Okay, so where is it? She said it was behind. So it's out that way, is it? It must be. Let's bring him to there. And move her to here. And then wait. Then open the door. Let's send Elmnick out to scout around a bit. There it is here, okay. Stand adjacent to an ally to wall with them. Reduces damage, okay. Now, let's bring her to here. And then we'll wait. It's coming forward, okay. Now, let's start with her because she's ranged. And let's shoot that. Oh, good damage. Stunt, so stunt is like a crit. And then he can slam it. No, we want to slam it. Click the extinguish button on the ability bar. Okay. We don't want to do that though. We want to slam you. Oh, so that has a knockback effect as well. That could be interesting. Okay, so they got 5 XP each. And now this is something that I really like that I've seen about this game. They get what would you call it? Like just random, not random abilities, but the abilities that are available are random, and you can re-roll them as well using legacy points. Now I'm not going to re-roll anything. I'm just going to choose from what's in front of me, and I'm going to always try to choose either if someone has a character in mind and they ask me, you know, I'd like this character, and if these abilities come up, can you pick X, Y, and Z? I'll do it that way. If not, I'll just pick things that I think are either appropriate to the character themselves or maybe seems like a fun thing to do in terms of the build. I'm not going to be picking, I know there are some synergies with stuff. I've never been, as you know, one to go for the whole thing of let's just build it the most OP characters in the game. So I'm not going to do that. So in terms of this, these are all really nice because Untouchable, he's basically going to be immune, right, if he gets a kill, which would make him a really good tank. Okay, go in, soften something up, let him move up then and kill it, and then he can stand and take damage from maybe a bigger enemy after that. Now it's only for one attack, so we can't just send him off over the hill or wherever around the corner and expect him to, you know, tank about 3 or 4 enemies, but it's still a very good thing. Then we have Paladin. He'll automatically enter Guardian, which is great. Sentinel replaces Guardian. He leaps up to 2 tiles in order to intercept the foe who passes nearby, performing a reaction strike. So I'm going to get him. I think Sentinel would keep for someone else. We're going to get Paladin for him. And if we can get Untouchable later, we probably will as well. Right, so here. So let's start with Jump Jaw. Twice per combat as a swift action, you can throw the Jump Jaw trap. I think that's something to experiment with later. It seems like maybe a niche build to do that. Piercing Shot, Yuka's range attack has 1 pierce. That's great because later enemies are going to have armor that's we're going to have to be able to pierce. Okay, and Thorn Fang, once per turn, Yuka is refunded an action point after a melee kill. That could be good as well, but she's ranged, and I know you can build archers that have a melee focus, but that's not what she's going to be. Again, it's kind of a niche thing, or just a kind of, you've got to really commit to it, and that's what we're doing here. We're going to go with Piercing Shot. Okay. So now we have the feather steel pauldron, which could go to either or we could salvage it for the hide. So let's see. We're going to give it to him to make him a little bit faster. Let's claim that. Well, that was easier than I thought. Bring on the next one, right? The creature's dead is quiet. It seems to slip from life in a few stunned, hazy blinks. They'll spend a piece of the day getting the flames under control. The damage isn't as bad as it could have been. Townsfolk emerge from hiding to fight fires and clear debris. Some full of curiosity, others visibly haunted by what they've seen. So this is obviously the start of something happening in the area rather than an ongoing thing. We should go. Mordbera is alone. Sorry, I know you're tired. Me too. But now I worry she might have met something. Mordbera? She's at that ruined tower by now. I'm thirsty. And this place is in rough shape. So she seems to want to stay. Others can take care of it, but Mordbera will be waiting for us. What happened today could be happening everywhere, couldn't it? Something about that tower is just stuck in my mind. It's like when you get apple skin in your teeth. Is it really? Huh? Yeah. Anyway, I just think we said we'd meet her. We should. The tower in the hills. You've been there? Yeah, once. Actually, looking at the tracks, they come and they go that direction. Elmnick and Yuka follow the pounded path of monstrous feet, hoping for the best and dreading every other possibility. Right, so just from the little bit that we've seen, I think it makes sense for these two to be rivals. Because she wasn't too keen to go meet her. Yeah, so rivalry makes sense. Let's pick that. A wordless while passes between them, but the quiet only heightens their worry. I know you don't exactly get along with Mordbera these days. Maybe not, no. You know what it is? It's like today, while we clean up what I'm going to assume was her mess, I bet that grinning moron is just up there now, without a care in the world. Okay, so in order to find sites in the wilderness, heroes must scout and land, which takes time. Click on an unscouted tile to show the scout actions. Okay, so we're going to go, that's an there we go. So let's scout that. And we're going to pick those guys because they're only two that we have at the minute. The previous night, the tower where Mordbera had arranged to meet Elmnick and Yuka is a place she often used to escape to as a girl. She knows its rooms and floors so well. She could survive being chased through them. And now I wait, I suppose. Dusk gets deep as rain puddles in here. Alive is alive until that beast breaks through. What do you say, beast? Even you must be bored. The tower has outlived generations. The emptiness is deep and fragrant, the odour of 10,000 rains that have soaked into the stone. But as the old will tell you, precious things go overlooked in a ruin. What lodges amid the bones of failure is often the dream that drove it. That book. Why have I never... Grrr. Easy there. I guess you're wondering why I'm talking to myself, huh, beast? I'm also wondering. Wardbera bends to pull it loose. The book's heavier than its slender spine suggests. Look at all this. It's full of strange stories, the folklore of folk long forgotten. The tyrant's medicine imparts no salient secret. It's only a fairy tale about a dying empress. She swallows stars every month to calm her cancerous anger. The Tears of Oakman is a weird, ruthless tragedy of a man made of oak who stands on a sea cliff and is eaten by termites. As he waits for his driftwood love to wash ashore, the flotsam beauty floats forever past the edge of the incoming tide. The Hardy Boom Boy tells of a bright-skinned man who drew things so feelingly that they began to come true, and he drew circles and circles in a book and eventually fell through. Wardbera reaches the last word of the final tall tale. A few blank pages are left. This book. Something in her feels like it's coming loose, but she can't tell exactly what. There's room in it for another story. It's cold. I'm stuck here. Alright, then I should at least start it serious. Here in our yondering country, Wardbera writes, words are ready. Omens have formed in the fabric of everything, and she's beginning to recognize them now. Some are just misgivings. They've crept through her body like the sourceless aches one wakes with. Others are more substantial. Now they seem lightning plain, a promise of thunder. For in the wild black woods where birds once belled, a hateful silence churns. Pain lights Wardbera's head. Subsides. I made it to morning. She lowers her bleary eyes. Her story lies before her, a luminous script. Empty pages are sprouted behind it. Why do I feel powerful? Okay, so she's the other goofball, right? So did she get the spoon or the staff? I think she gets a spoon. Frying pan and spoon makes sense, right? Let's just double check that she is a goofball. Yeah. Okay. So she gets a spoon. Open wide, beast. I'm getting out of here. Rager charges without seeing. Misshapen tusks swing wildly. Okay. Right, so she has this interviews ability which lets her interact with objects around her and then use them for magic. So let's see what she can interviews. It's on the other side of this, right? So I think we move her up. There it is there. And then we should interfuse with an object, then use the object to attack. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go for something on its side So it's going to move up towards this barrier, right? So I think it makes sense to go for something like this. Yeah, knives sounds good. Interfuse with that. Then we can barrage you. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's going around. It's trying to find its way around. Okay, let's interfuse this. Or can we not? There we go. Okay. And then we can illuminate it. What's a... I don't think it's going to do much for us, so... We've lit it. Or we've lit it. We've lit it, but... Oh, we can. We can attack scenery, withdraw. We can steal the fire. But what will that do? Ah, there we go. Let's see that. Oh, blocked it. Not good. Oh, we did take a bit of damage. Okay, now fire leash on you. Oh, dodged again. Okay. Took some more damage though. Now you're running over there. Now we interfuse the bucket. And then whatever we do with this. Now let's shackle you. No, it won't actually do anything. Well, let's shackle you anyway. So you're pinned. And now interfuse with the bookshelf. And let's use bone lace to kill you. There we go. Okay. Now, let's see. Once per turn, a single motion murderer pulls motes of heat out of the air and gathers them into a single point. Written, interfuse blaze on the tile with debris. Naturalist. Retreat, enter grey plane, active tree call. Okay, Earth Scribe. Allies may wall with interfuse objects. Stone grants extra armor, warding, and temp health. Rock shields, bone. I don't really like any of these for what my idea is for her, but I'm gonna go for naturalist for now. I think again this is kind of a niche one where rather than being an aggressive mage, they would be more of a support mage. So we'll go with you instead. Okay, and then she gets that because she's the only one here. Okay. Let's claim that. More monsters roam the ruined halls and rattle the rotting furniture. But Morbera moves quietly, sensing her way in the dark. Daylight lands on her wrist. Cool wind soothes her tired eyes. Did I make it? I did, didn't I? She closed the tower door, gentle, to make no noise. That was the mystic's art that I did, right, tower? Where'd I get it from? Could it have just happened? Is it just one of those things? Things a woman's born with, that might blossom in her life. When she needs them, people would be so mad at me, but fortune likes a smile, they say. Morbera? Are there books on this? Perhaps that's the first order of doing, is to gather a little knowledge. Morbera, you bunkhead! Hey, Morbera, something happened? Elmnick, yes. Sorry, Yuka's voice just bounces off my ears sometimes. Elmnick and I only barely made it. Yeah, see that smoke on the horizon? That's from the town. Yeah, that's Hardyboon. It burned? Grrr. Things are different than they were. Yeah, well, I don't know if you've ever seen something quite like this. A monster? Sure we have. We slay monsters. Well, I'm a wizard. Nice. Okay, so sites, you discovered a new site. It's still under enemy control though. Click on the banner to assault it. Okay, so we're gonna get into some more fighting. Yeah, I'm gonna do this fight because I want to make these maybe 40 minutes to an hour long rather than half an hour. Because I think if I make them just half an hour, it's gonna end up with just taking too long to get through everything. So let's dismiss that and let's assault this then. Let's go. Will you guys get mad if I knock? I'm very polite. A perfect understanding isn't likely to emerge. What these beasts are, where they came from, what drove them to attack the town of Hardyboon. But letting them nest here feels like the wrong idea. Clatter. Wait, were we supposed to be thinking of a plan? It's embarrassing. Sure, well... Back at home, at my house, I was pretty simple. Kill the beast before I killed you. I just came out of there. If we're methodical, patient, we can fend them off at least. Yeah, these guys are a bit fairly like two goofballs, but I think they're also courageous, so let's go with courage. I'm hoping for no audio desyncs because I can see that there are points when it's giving the blue working circle, which sometimes means that we're going to end up with desyncs. So here we have a raccoon scambling through shadows. Its barbed appendages eagerly twitch, and then we have a row as well. Okay, that's it. Okay, there. Right, so I think we have the basics of combat down. Now, it makes sense for you to do a bit of scouting first. So there's going to be probably nothing behind the door. Or, sorry, nothing until we open the door. I should say. Right. Let's put you there to give you a view into the room. Actually, no. Yeah, no, that's okay. And then... let's put Yuka on this side so she also has a view into the room. She can shoot into there, while as you can interview the stuff on this side of the room at least, and maybe again shoot at things over there. So let's wait. Then we're going to open the door. And he's going to make his way into the room there. Okay. And then go there. Again, we'll set up for once we open the door. Let's wait. Open this next door. Right, so they're going to be... oh, they're going to be up there, aren't they? Actually, we've got this room as well. Okay. I'm going to bring him to here. I'm going to put her there. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was a mistake. I meant to wait with her. Well, we're going to take some damage here. Let's do that. but he can do that, which is good. Takes a bit of damage. That was my fault. Right, so let's start with you. Interfuse with this. Okay, good. Then we go Splinter Blast, which will kill the row if it hits, and do some damage to the raccoon. Good. Now, Yuka. Okay, so she can get an angle to shoot you from there. Let's shoot. Good. And he's going to go in and hit it. I think he could have just guardianed anyway. Yeah, we'll bash the crap out of you. There we go. Okay, so good victory there. Now, a Great Spear tier 1. Well, there's one person that it makes most sense to have. So it's going to go to him. Now, what is a good name for his spear? Wyrdom Ball. I haven't really been fighting Wyrdums. Or worms, I guess. And we're replacing a frying pan, right? Yeah, so for now it's going to be called a fry fall. So, let's claim that. The last misshapen creature folds its bones and dies. Blue fluids darken to dust. Just blood, I suppose. Corrupted blood? Corrupted is a heady word. Hey, look at us. Look what we did. Yeah. Day drops, day rises, dusk is sweet, the sunrise sweeter. It's not long before they've cleaned the old tower up a bit. I wish we get a storm. How dramatic this place would look. Someone's got to keep fighting. On our roads, our hills, in our wild places, the threat will only grow. We all feel that. Let's not wait to be overthrown. We're a company of heroes now. We'll walk the land, we'll fight. People need us. We'll give ourselves a name and make sure it's one they'll sing. Sounds like you thought about this. Name the company. What is the name of our company going to be? We'll be called the Alliance of the Hero Hall. Well, how about Mare's Valor? Maybe the Circle of the Indigo Light? We're going to go with the Alliance of the Hero Hall. Actually, we're going to change it slightly. Let's make that capital A. Because it makes more sense. It reads better as the Alliance of Hero Hall rather than the Hero Hall. Because like this Hero Hall wouldn't have a capital H, if you know what I mean. So let's do it like that. Okay, here we go. After that, the three of them are inseparable. Rumors are rampant. Heroes are needed. This world will be flooded in sorrows. But its defenders are joined by a fire that night. Here follow the tales of the Alliance of Hero Hall. Be remembered. And I think for the first one, that's a decent stopping point. The rest are probably going to be longer than this, because I just kind of get into playing it and lose track of time. But yeah, for now, it's a decent start. Next time, we're going to start with some customization. I want to change up the colors a little bit. I'm not going to change names until I get suggestions, and I'm not going to start seeing any of your suggestions until maybe I get to episode 4 or 5, because I will have recorded ahead, because otherwise there's no real chance for me to see them, because I can't record every week with stuff like this, because I don't know how work's going to be. So I need to, when I have time, to just record a batch of 4 or 5. So that's probably the way it's going to be. It's going to be like 3, 4 or 5 episodes recorded together. Then there'll be a bit of a pause. Then I can see some of your comments, and then I can respond to them in terms of what changes in the game with the guys. But for now, that is the end of this one. I really do hope that you have enjoyed it. I hope you're keeping safe out there, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.